what I found out is I couldn't figure out what kept people not selling. Like, why was conversion? Does anybody not know what conversion rate is? Just put a question mark and don't feel bad about it. I'd rather you ask me because I'm known for taking the complex and making it simple. Okay, thank you guys. So, Catherine, what conversion is let's say I talk to 10 people on the phone and they want to buy my widget. I don't care what the widget is. Doesn't matter to me if it's this protein cup, if it's a generator. We work with now, it's got to be almost 150 different industries. We have doctors in our world. We have top AI experts. We have auto mechanics. We have tradespeople, insurance people, IT company, cybersecurity. That what makes it so powerful in my world is we're not a just circle around one thing because it keeps people stuck sometimes. So if I talk to 10 people and 7 of them say, yeah, I want your protein cup, that's what we call a 70% conversion. Now, conversion is not just an indicator of your success. It is a scorecard of your ability to manage your own trauma and your own ability. So I'm trying to solve, and we have 50% conversion, 60%. That's a bad formula in a company with 200 employees. And Doreen, I'm going to say something about conversion. So remind me, everybody, about conversion. So you can't sustain a company with low conversion. And if there are low dollars and low conversion, guess what that's called? Bankruptcy. It's called out of business, right? So first I had to accept, why is my culture, why do I hire great skilled people? How many of you know you have a skill? Type in skill in the chat bar. Like you could solve some stuff for people, right? Okay. I always attract people with lots of skill. And I had very skilled people that were not able to, let's use the term, sell. And then I thought to this theory, well, wait a minute. This is not a natural born ability for people. Now you can train them, but you cannot, and I want you to write this down, everybody. Ready, Matt? You cannot train above trauma. You can't train above trauma. You know why? Now, trauma could be whatever. It could be that you were told you're a loser as a kid, whatever. And you can't train above trauma because trauma is like quicksand, right? It's like quicksand. When you try to learn a new skill, it falls through. Now, how do I know that? Well, because I paid for some of the top trainers in the world to work with my team. And they would, well, let's survey you guys. How many of you have been trained by people and it lasted, ready, Matt? Not you, but some of you. And I got lots of Matts in my world, Matt Formica, Matt Pilius. I should just market and attract Matts. But how many of you have brought in really good trainers and it helped you and your company for about a week? And then it went right back, or sometimes even worse. Tell me in the chat bar. Okay, I got one person. Okay, 2. So you say to yourself, how does that happen? How do I bring in somebody who's amazing to teach, gives the golden goose egg, and then all of a sudden they're go back? Well, I just summarized it for you. You can't teach above trauma. So if you want to know my secret sauce, and it is, I will say, a secret sauce because I don't know anybody else that figured it out over all these years, is that you must break through the mind before you put new in the mind. You must break through the mind before you put new in the mind. That's why I've been able to help, and I don't take credit for their work. They had to do the work, but that's why I've been able to help more companies scale and grow to legacy style wealth than anybody else I know. It's also the #1 reason why companies stay stuck at 1, 2, 5, or 10 million, and very few go to 20 million or 30 million. Well, first off, they're putting in right stuff at the wrong time, because they go train with somebody who's doing 100 million in their company. And that person says, I won't point it out today, if they're on here or not, but someone was just asking me 2 questions on a call before I got home. And I answered the 2 questions, which I know is a very different answer than everyone else in the world would give them, because the fact someone gets to 100 million, you tell me in the chat bar, is it possible that someone built a big company and doesn't know or forgot how they got there? Possible? Type impossible in the chat bar. So what they do is, Kim, they say to them, well, you know what, Brandon, they say, you got to go to a uniform company and you have to get uniforms, but you got 5 people. It doesn't make sense to go to a uniform company for 5 people. It doesn't. They're going to wrap you in a contract. If the service is not good, they're going to beat you over the head with their agreement, and you only have 5 of them. So it's more affordable to buy it and give it to them and tell them take care of it than it is to go to, but someone doing 100 million says, or 50 million, I need a uniform company. So they give you the right thing and you do it at the wrong time. And then you wake up one day and you say to yourself, I ran out of money and I don't know where it went. Is this clicking? Type in boom if it's clicking, right? And then I'm sharing, people come to me because, this is what we do today. We help people move faster than ever, and we want to make them wealthy without being divorced, and we want to make them wealthy without being sick and diabetes, right? And then I get people ask me, they're a small company, should I do billboard or TV? And I'm making a strict point here when we go talk about the sales is, no, that makes no sense at all.